So in this way we can extract the value for any particular tag from our XML and print it out. Okay, so let us try to see one more example which will help us to better understand that how we can extract different tags from our XML, and then we will come back to this particular assertion which we have added, and we will modify and add more validation to it. So again, what I'm going to do is click on this plus icon and go to script assertion, and this is going to be my script assertion 2, which I am going to add now. So this is going to be another way in which you can define the variables and extract the XML. So what you need to do is define an object for our XML which we have, and the object which we are going to use is going to be XML slurper. Okay, which is going to help us to parse the text which is there in the response XML. So we are going to just get the response content and store it in a variable which is now called as XML object response. This is any name which I have given, and this part is going to extract the response XML and store it in this particular variable. So as you remember that if we have to define a variable, it has to start with DEF, which is definition of the variable. So now I have made this object, so whichever part of this XML needs to be extracted, I will be using this particular object only to get the response. Okay, so if we want to print this particular XML, we can see using log.info and then the name of the variable which we want to see in the output console. So let me run it. Okay, so you can see that all the tags, whatever value they are having, that has been extracted by this particular part of the script, and this variable is storing all these values and which can be printed using log.info. Now if we want to extract the value of a specific tag, right now you can see that all the tags are being listed here, but if I want to extract the value of a specific tag in this particular XML, then how can I do that? So what we are going to do is, for that we will be defining another variable. We will give it name actual value is equal to XML object response dot. So now what we are going to do is we are going to navigate through the tags of the XML. For example, here it is starting with body, so we will be just writing body. Whatever is after the colon is what we are going to include in this path. Body dot get products response. Okay, and after get product response, what we are going to do is product list result. And then item. So whatever is mentioned in whichever order in your XML, just keep on following that. Item dot, and then we have these are the tags which are available in our XML, so we can pick any one and fetch the value for it. So I'm suppose taking ID. Okay, and then we are going to take log.info. We can just see what value we get with this. So you can see I have got 61, 62, 63, 64 and 65 value, which is mentioned in different ID tags. Okay. So I hope this part is clear to everyone, that how we have included this path and included this particular tag. We have just followed the path from body, then get product response, product list result, item, and then we have ID. Okay. So next what we are going to do is, as you can see right now we are getting all the values for ID tag, and now if I want specifically for the first section of my XML, first part of this item tag, I want only 61 value. So how I can do that is, I can specify in the item tag that I want, suppose 0. 0 will define the first set of item tag, and then if I run it, it is going to give me 61 return. And then in the same way, if I do 1, so it is going to give me 62 and so on. So let us stick with the first one only and then see how we can match this value with the expected value. So log.info, I hope is clear to everyone till now, that it is used to print any value, and actual val is the variable name which we are using. So whatever value is stored in this particular variable, it will be printed to the user. Okay. So next what we are going to do is, in our output we already have the actual value. Now we can keep any expected value also. So let me put an expected value. We can keep, this is again another variable which I am defining, which is with the name expected val, and what value we can give here is something which we know that we are going to match or which we are going to get from our XML. We are expecting that result is going to be the expected value. So it is going to be 61, because I'm already aware that the value for my tag ID in the first item set is 61. So that is the value which I will be providing in my expected value also. Okay. Now what we are going to do is, we will be matching the expected val and the actual value, whether they match or not. So you can see that the actual value is getting extracted during the runtime. There is no hard coding here. Whatever will be in the response, that value is going to get stored in the actual val variable. However, the expected val is something which we are providing, that we are expecting the XML to return this particular value. Okay. So now in log.info we have specified actual val, and we can also specify our expected val, and if you want you can give some text also before this, which makes it clear when you are reading the output, that this is the expected value and this is the actual value in your output. Okay, so just once we can run it, so you can see actual value is 61, expected value is 61. So here you can see that our assertion looks like it's going to match. So how we can add that assertion step? You can just use the keyword assert, and we are using this variable actual val is equal to, which is a comparison operator. So assert actual val equal to expected val. That means that it is telling the script to check whether expected and the actual value is equal or not, and based on the result we want the output to be returned. So what we are going to say to the user is something which we can tell here after the assertion, that actual value and then we can give the value. So this message is going to be returned when the assertion does not pass. Actual value does not match with expected value, and you can also provide what was the expected value in this message, and also we are fetching the actual value also. Okay, actual value does not match with the expected value. So this message is going to be returned whenever our actual value and expected value do not match, otherwise we are going to get assertion passed. So let us run it now one more time. So you can see script assertion passed. So we are getting only the message till here because our assertion is matching, so rest of message is not getting returned. So what we can do in order to fail our assertion is either we can change the expected value or we can change the actual value. So let us try to do both of them. Suppose if I change the expected value to be 62. Now in this case you can see the actual value will be 61 and expected value is going to be 62. So our assertion should fail. Okay, yes, it has given us an error, and you can see that the error message states actual value 61 does not match with the expected value 62, and it has given both the values. So this is a clear message which is given to the user. And if I change the expected value back to 61 and I make this as item 1, so it is going to fetch the value from the next set of the XML in which the ID is being specified as 62. So again our assertion should fail, and yes, you can see that our assertion is failing, and in this case you can see actual value is coming to 62 does not match with the expected value which is 61. So in this case, in this manner you can match any two values with the one keeping as expected value and the other being as actual value. I can define more variables here being fetched from this particular XML, and whatever values I am fetching I can put here, and I can keep multiple expected values also, and then I can put multiple assertions as well to match different values from the different nodes in my XML. So friends, I hope that this was clear to you how we can do simple assertion using Groovy language. Keep practicing, and if you face any issues, feel free to message me. I will be there to assist you, and I will be sharing these scripts also with you so that you can practice it, the same script also yourself, and you can take reference from this script and make new scripts as well. Thank you for joining.